Good morning children. In last video we learnt about living things and non-living things definitions and living things and non-living things characteristic features. So this is our second lesson. Today we are going to start our second lesson. Animals and human beings. Our second lesson is animals and human beings. In this lesson we have four important topics. Characteristic features of the animals, characteristic features of the human beings, and unique feature of the human being, and last topic, comparison between the human beings and animals. So in this video we are going to discuss about our first topic, characteristic features of animals. We know that animals, plants and human beings are living things. These animals and human beings, they have a lots of similarities, but they differ from each other. So here in this video we are going to discuss about what are the characteristic features of animals. Animals can move from one place to another place. Why do they move? They move from one place to another place in search of food and shelter, and to protect themselves from their enemies, and for breeding purpose they move from one place to another place. How they move? Animals, how they move? Suppose birds. How birds move? Birds move with the help of their wings, and most of the animals have legs. So most of the animals move with the help of their legs. And how fishes move? Fish have fins to swim in the water. And how snake will move? Do the snake have legs? Does the snake have legs? No. Snake does not have any legs. Underside of the snake, it has small scales. So on the stomach of the snake has small scales. With the help of these scales, snakes move from one place to another place. And animals live in places. Some animals lives in natural environment, and some animals make their own home. Elephants and giraffes, they live on the grasslands or under the tree they live. If you take lion, where does lion live? Lion lives in a den. And what about rat? We all know that at our homes, rat lives in any small holes are there, means rat lives in that. So rat lives in a holes, and rabbit lives in a burrows. And for some animals, human make the houses. Where does dog live? Dog lives in a kennel. And where does cow live? Cow lives in a shed. And next one, eating habits of the animals. So in last lesson we learned that based on the eating habits, all animals are divided into three types. All animals are divided into three types. What are they? Herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. So what are herbivores? The animals which take plants as their food, they are called herbivores. What are the examples of herbivores? Sheep, goat, buffalo, giraffe, elephant. These all belongs to herbivores because they eat only plant products, and they have sharp front teeth to cut the grass or to cut the leaves. Carnivores. What are carnivores? The animals which eat other animals' flesh as their food are called carnivores. Flesh eating animals are called carnivores. What are the examples of carnivores? Lion, tiger, cheetah belongs to carnivores. These carnivores have sharp pointed canines to tear the flesh. They don't have carnivores. If you want to cut the meat, how you will cut? We will take the chuck and we will cut the meat with the chalk. But they don't have any that type of things. That's why they have sharp pointed canines to tear the flesh. And third one is omnivores. The animals which take both plants as well as flesh of other animals as their food are called omnivores. What are the examples of omnivores? Bear and pig. These are the omnivores. Omnivores have well developed front teeth, canines and molars and premolars. So based on the food habits, animals are divided into herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Communication. How animals communicate with each other? Will they talk? No. They can't talk like human beings. They can communicate with each other by making different sounds. For example, frog. Frog croaks. Cow moves. Lion roars. Goat bleats. Horse neighs. Birds chirps. And some parrots, trained parrots can imitate the human voice. Means they can talk. So like that animals can communicate with each other by making different sounds. Next one, body temperature. Based on this body temperature, change in the body temperature, all animals are divided into two types. Cold-blooded animals and warm-blooded. Cold-blooded animals and warm-blooded animals. What are cold-blooded animals? The animals which can change their body temperature to that of their surroundings are called cold-blooded animals. I am repeating again. The animals which can change their body temperature according to their surroundings is called cold-blooded animals. Example, frogs, snakes. These animals in summer season, according to the temperature, they can raise their body temperature, and during winter season they can reduce their body temperature according to the surroundings. These are called cold-blooded animals. Second one, warm-blooded animals. The animals which cannot change their body temperature to that of their surroundings are called warm-blooded animals. What are warm-blooded animals? The animals which cannot change their body temperature to that of their surroundings are called warm-blooded animals. Example, lion and tiger. These warm-blooded animals maintain the same temperature in any season. In all seasons, they maintain the same body temperature. Suppose in summer season, if the temperature is high, they maintain the same body temperature throughout the year. In winter season also, if the temperature decreases in the surroundings, they can maintain the same temperature. So that type of animals are called the warm-blooded animals. These animals need more energy to maintain their body temperature. Next one, most of the animals have 4 legs, but some animals have 6 legs. The animals which have 6 legs are called insects. What are insects? The animals which have 6 legs are called insects. Have you observed any insect? Have you observed any animal with 6 legs? Think once. In our kitchen we can observe cockroach, mosquitoes, termites are the examples of, and grasshopper are the examples of the insects. They have 6 legs. So the animals with 6 legs are called insects. And reproduction. So these animals reproduce by 2 ways. by egg laying and by giving birth. Some animals reproduce by laying eggs. They lay eggs. Suppose example, who lays the eggs? Bird, frog, snake. These animals reproduce by laying eggs. And some animals are there, they reproduce by giving birth to animals. What are those? Have you observed anywhere? Cow, goat, sheep, elephant, dog, cat. These all are reproduced by giving birth to animals, by their young ones. So what is meant by reproduction? The process of producing young ones of its own kind is called reproduction. It is two types, by laying eggs and by giving birth. These are the characteristic features of the animals. So animals move from one place to another place in search of food and shelter and to protect themselves from the enemies. And animals, some lives in the natural environment, some lives in the houses which made by them. And based on the eating habits, animals are divided into three types: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. Plant-eating animals are called herbivores, flesh-eating animals are called carnivores, and both plant and flesh-eating animals are called omnivores. So birds communicate with each other by making different sounds. And some animals belongs to cold-blooded and some animals belongs to warm-blooded. So what are cold-blooded and warm-blooded? The animals which can change their body temperature according to surroundings are called cold-blooded animals. And the animals which cannot change their body temperature according to their surroundings are called warm-blooded animals. And animals with 6 legs are called insects. What are the examples? Termites, mosquitoes, cockroaches and grasshoppers. Reproduction. The process of producing of young ones of its own kind is called reproduction. It is two types, by laying eggs and by giving birth to animals. These are the characteristic features of the animals. In our next video, we are going to discuss about characteristic features of the human beings.